George Mason Show, everybody. How you doing? Good evening. Come on. Coming on. Talk about whatever. It's like that. I want to talk about whatever. I can do that. Can I? Yes, I can. Basically, I love this beat. That's basically what's going on right now. I'm going to talk over the beat. How about that? And last night, I had on Steve Solis. Give it up for Steve. And Dwanye Kennedy. Yes. Two very talented writers. They're both writers. They both produce. They do their thing. And they direct and do stand-up and act and very talented individuals. And both out of Chi-Town. And I met them years ago when we were working out, trying our trade at that place called the West End Cafe in Manhattan, in New York City. I'm out of New York. I'm based out of New York. And came across these guys, and I was impressed, and still am, and I'm a big fan of Dwanye Kennedy's comedy. And these brothers say, I'm talking and just kind of like babbling along or whatever. Let's show some pictures. I want to show some video. And this is them. This is on the left. That's Dwanye Kennedy. Very, very funny man. And give him a round of applause. And that's Steve Solis. Huh? That's right. And they were on the show. And we were talking about different topics and stuff. And I wanted to get into more of like the different styles of comedy, as Dwanye does a bit about like how like black audiences kind of expect a certain kind of material from black comedians. He didn't say that. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but basically that's what he was saying. It's just like when a black comic comes out and they work in the white rooms, and there's white rooms and there's black rooms, and comedy, you play the Chitlin circuit. As a black comedian starting out, a lot of times that's the black rooms, like the Chitlin circuit. And you go around, those are tough rooms, and they're difficult a lot of times. If you have a style, a different style, and they are expecting something else, but Dwanye does a bit. It's a piece at the end of his special. He's had these specials. There they are again. Specials on Showtime. He's done Letterman, Conan, and he's accomplished a very gifted, polished, seasoned comedian. And I'm going to show this little clip that I love about black comedy. Well, not even black comedy, actually. It's just, how black comedians are perceived or what they expect.
And that was like his only hit. Different type of show than I expected, man. And I'm glad. I hope it's a different type of show than you expected, a bit. Because, I mean, sometimes people see like black comedians and stuff, and they think, oh, man, it's going to be like, I can't wait. He's going to be talking about everybody. He's going to be talking about that dude. Hey, talk about his head. Talk about that brother right there. He can't walk. Talk about him. I don't like to do that, man. And it kills me when you see like black comedians who come on sometimes and they come out like and they'll dog out the audience, but then they'll try to slip in some social commentary. Yeah, those brothers kill me. Be like ignorant with a message. They'll come out like, God damn, I'm in this motherfucking house. Look at all these motherfuckers here. Look at where all my niggas at. Look at all these niggas right here. Look at this black ass bitch right here. This funky black ass nasty stinky stink. Funky nasty, funky stink nasty. Black funky stink nasty black bitch right here. Funky black. And speaking of nasty funky stink bitches, we got to love our sisters because they queens. They queens. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying. This bald head black motherfucker right here. Bubble lip motherfucker. No job having mother. Government cheese receiving motherfucker. Right. Pussy eating motherfucker right here. And speaking of eating pussy, ladies and gentlemen, it's too many kids going to bed hungry at night. All right, thank you all. I'm done.
Yes, yes, yes. Mr. Dwayne Kennedy. And, you know, it's amazing how, like, you could work like a room, a black room a lot of times, and you might have 5 or 7 acts on the show, and maybe 5 or 6 of them, if you have 7 acts, are doing basically the same material. It's not even material. It's just riffing and beating up on the audience. I was at a room one time, a black room. Like I say, it's black rooms and white rooms. It's, it's comedy, but then again, it's just like in doing the, when Def Jam, when it first came out, these guys, I guess this was their way of getting up and just getting their shit off or whatever. But they used to, I was at one spot and they made this girl. I mean, there was a whole table full, it was like 4 girls at a table. And the guy came up and he just, I'm not going to say his name, he just picked this girl, probably just made her, he broke her down so hard, he made her cry. It's almost like, what Dwayne was talking about, that to what he was saying as far as like, he was just going in for, and the crowd was loving it. They was laughing and whatever, because sometimes it's like, all right, you're not picking on me, you making fun of her or whatever. The girl was crying, man. She was a mess. Even her girlfriends some were laughing and, they were, but it was fucked up because like, she's gonna, it's miserable, man. How can you do that to another human being in front of other people, humiliate them and embarrass them to that degree for laughs, for whatever? You know what I'm saying? And the club sent over a bottle of champagne to console her, but, I mean, but, that's how it goes down. And, and that was several years ago, and things now still, that's how a lot of these guys come out, and I guess they call that an act. I guess they call that material. But, Dwayne has material. Dwayne Kennedy has material, real material. Steve Solis has material, real material. When I say they have their own style, and that's what it is. I have my own style. I have material. I have that, we want to play the dozens, you go into black rooms and stuff, and sometimes you have to be a little combative. You got to get them off you, say something or whatever. You got to have your comebacks, your snaps, if you will. You got to be quick on your feet. But that's in any room, basically. Play some white rooms. A room like back in Brooklyn was in Sheepshead Bay. It was Pips. That was a tough room. A lot of Italians in there, and it was a well-known heckler's room. You know that you were going to get heckled. You go to Pips. Them Italians will come at you hard. They'll say whatever. They'll call you all kind of names. Mulian, which is a derogatory, for nigger, for black. So, but you have to be on your feet, and you gotta, like I said, punch back, keep them off of you, but you don't want to go in there. A lot of the black acts will go in and they'll just do the stereotypical, stuff to get white people to be on their side, to like them. They, it's just a sellout. Yeah, it basically is selling out to some extent. For laughs, if you're going in there and making fun of your own race, to get laughs. And then a lot of these cats, man, they go into the black rooms and do basically the same thing. Like I say, will just take their own. They don't talk about themselves pretty much. They don't do that, but they will definitely jump on somebody and beat them down. But I didn't get too deep into that with Steve and Dwanye last night because they came and they were promoting. They have a show that's coming up on the 20th, which is in 2 days. That's January the 20th. It's going to Steve and Dwanye's Comedy Fiasco. They'll be at 990 Columbus Avenue between 108th and 109th Street. That's in Manhattan on Columbus Avenue. And the show time is 7 o'clock, early show, and it's a $10 cover, one drink minimum, which is not, they're not hitting you over the head. They're not beating you up with that. A lot of spots in the city, you'll get it like one $20, $25, and 2 drink minimum or 2 item minimum, whatever, so it can be a little costly, a little pricey, but what you're going to get is talented for that money is well worth it, so support them, continue to support comedy and the whole thing. And I want to show you another clip of Dwanye, real short. This one is short. Brother is just, like I said, he's got some excellent stuff, and it's just a snippet.
Let white folks have it, man. Just right out the gate. Just, Let me tell you something. Your pathological greed and compulsive need for control has been the single most source of pain and misery for people of color throughout this world for generations. But I try not to say things like that anymore. Because I found once you have said something like that to a white person, you almost never get a second date. You know what I mean?
That's Dwanye Kennedy, clever stuff. And that picture at the end of that bit looks a little bit like, if you guys watch Good Times, like Mike Evans, looks like a young Mike Evans. He's from Chicago too, right? The series took place in Cabrini Green, the projects back there. That was a rough hood, rough housing complex project. Cabrini Green was like notorious, huh? But yeah, that's Chi-Town. And brothers, they came through. Hey, Karen, what's good? Karen Biden on the check-in, no doubt. Now, I was talking about the brothers that were on last night from Chicago, that they were doing their things, and I was giving them their props. I appreciate it. I also want to play another clip of Dwanye's, which, just talking about like how comedy, the styles. People sometimes expect a certain style, and they kind of, don't give artists or comedian, female or male, a chance to some extent to express themselves their own way. Like in rap music or however, hip hop, R&B, you should different styles. Huh? Do you go from DMX to a Will Smith, right? But they have styles. They both have something to say, but the styles is kind of what makes, and then it's the lyrics, right? The written word, how you're coming across with it. That has a lot to do with it, for sure. And the message that you are delivering, conveying, and getting over. I love comedy.
Is making his debut with us tonight. He was voted best stand-up comedian at this year's Aspen Comedy Festival. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Please welcome Dwanye Kennedy. Oh, Dwanye.
popping? How you feeling? I feel good too. Thanks for asking. I've been reading the Bible, and this is what I have learned is two things that they talk about in the Bible a lot. Wine and stuff that's hard to believe. I think the wine came first, and then thus, ergo, comes all the stuff that, is kind of, because how sometimes, man, you'll be drinking wine with a group of friends or, some apostles, and a story will just start getting away from you. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, I remember yesterday I saw like a dog or like a beast. Well, he had 1 or 7 heads, and the bush was on fire and talking to me. I'm drunk, but you can quote me on that. I hear you writing a book. I'm not real religious, man, but I do like gospel tunes. I like Negro spirituals, you know what I mean? I like Negroes with spirits, you know what I mean? I like Swing Low, Sweet Cherry. That's a brilliant song, man, but you have to listen to it because it had more than one meaning, you know what I mean? It was not just an ethereal aspiration to God. It also meant get ready because we get ready to get out of here. You know, that was the code. It was like swing low, sweet chariot. You know, the Underground Railroad is coming to carry us home, you know what I mean? Or to Detroit, or wherever it is you want to be dropped off, you know. And you got to think, it took a brilliant mind, man, to be able to write a song on that many levels, you know? Because it was probably a lot of slaves who tried to write spirituals. You know what I mean? But just wasn't really that good at concealing the message. And be like, hey, Joshua, won't you sing that spiritual I hear you've been working on? All right, Master. Tonight at 8:30, gonna get some shovels and bash white folk in the head. What time? 8:30. Joshua's songwriting career over. But now people trying to find something, all right? People searching since whatever happened, you know what I mean? Searching for God or searching for Osama or, since they done offered $25 million reward, more people searching for Osama than God, you know what I mean? And now we're at war, Not with a country, we're at war with an ideology. Which is weird, man, because the only intriguing part about war, man, with the United States is you always see the new stuff that the United States has developed to wipe you out. Because war is not like it used to be. Remember, war back in the day used to have some character, some flavor. Like, you remember, we probably don't remember this, but like the Revolutionary War? Right back then, you got a little music with your war. You know what I mean? Dude on drums, dude on fife, you know what I mean? Just little background music while you're getting shot. Even the Civil War, they had a dude out there on bugle when you got there, welcome to the war. This next tune I wrote in Paris. I call this one Charge. Dude behind him playing bass. I don't know how we got this gig. But now, man, everything's high tech, Everything is smart weapons, as opposed, it used to be like just hope weapons. Send a missile off, hope it would hit something. Right? Then the Persian Gulf War came out. Remember that? And the smart weapons, remember that? Tomahawk missile, remember that? Flying this high off the ground, through the streets. dodging buildings, looking for your house. Any of you kids seen Dwanye? He lives right down the street, Mr. Missile, sir. All right, thanks. Stay in school. All right, you all. Thank you very much.
That's funny. The brother's incredibly talented, very funny guy, very funny man. And hey, they're going to be, when I say they, Steve Solis and Dwanye Kennedy. You catch them live this Saturday night at 7 p.m. on 990 Columbus Avenue. Steve and Dwanye's Comedy Fiasco at Krebs at Columbus. It's the name of the spot. And yeah, be sure to do that. It's only $10. One item minimum, one drink, a food item or whatever. The food is good. The drinks are good as well. You know, so support. And you'll be glad you did. And Karen Bowden pointed out when I was talking about Cabrini Green, you know, how rough it was in South Side, Chi-Town. She said, yeah, they cleaned it up. So, yeah, so that's what's up. That's definitely a good thing. But, yeah, I just wanted to come on and, as I said, thank my guests for last night and acknowledging them, and also to say I talking about auditioning like for the Apollo, Showtime at the Apollo back in the day. And I had mentioned about how I was on a show, the audition spot, where they had Monterey Ivy was the host, Dave Chappelle, young Chappelle at that time, he was on the show as well. And I had said talent, but no, talent wasn't on that show. It was Bill Bellamy. And I don't know, I was thinking Bill and said talent, but it was Bill. But I just wanted to make that correction. But yeah, and several other acts, I can't remember, but yeah, Chuck Sutton and Sarah Smith and Dawn Weiner. That was the production and directors from the Apollo staff and crew. But yeah, I just want to, again, thank you guys as well. Be safe out there. Have a good new year, a good 2024. Protect yourself. And I always try to leave on an up note, a positive note, to say, if you love somebody, you have a loved one, tell them you love them. Don't be afraid to say that, because, as you know, life is short. So you just want to keep it positive, keep up on the up note, and you can't be in the wrong if you're doing the right thing, right? And persistence always overcomes resistance. Say thank you. Say God bless you. Have a good night. Peace. Play you out with this. Love this beat.